Hi, my name is Adriel William. I'm currently a GP, a general dentist in Ohio, and I'm also the founder of Purpose Driven Dentistry. If you're somebody who's been hearing about the burnout in dentistry, who's been hearing about how a lot of dentists feel tired, stressed out, early retirements, and if you're experiencing this or you're hearing this as a student, as a foreign trained dentist, as a GP or a specialist and trying to wrap your head around it, maybe this is the video that might help you and give you a bigger perspective. I did dentistry outside of US. I was doing oral surgery residency and then moved to US, did a master's, and now work as a GP over a couple of years. I've been trying to see that my life, when I was coming to US, I quit my dentistry or my oral surgery residency. I sold all my inheritance and I just took a leap of faith. And then things were tough, but they worked out. Then COVID came in, I applied to schools and I didn't think I would have gotten accepted. But during COVID, everything changed, the system changed, and I was at a situation where things were much more at favor for me. And I got accepted to 4 schools. I had my own pick and went in. And as soon as I went into dentistry, things started to become stressed out. One thing led to another. Until the past 6-7 months, I felt like I was in a very miserable state. And personally, I kept asking this question. So destiny was giving me all of these gifts. It was literally taking me to places on its own until it brought me to dentistry where I felt so much stressed out. Why would God does this to me? Why would destiny would do this to me? And it wasn't making sense. I kept thinking about it like, why? Why would this happen? So there are a couple of things I'll tell you in dentistry right now that are happening, and that is one of the leading cause of burnout. A lot of people who go into dentist school or come out as an associate or wants to become an owner, they are being sold dreams that does not belong to them. Now, I know most probably you're a dentist or you look at world from a dentistry point of view, but you need to understand a little bit of psychology. Every person has multiple personalities. From a psychology perspective, psychoanalyst perspective, every person has an inner child, a shadow. They have a hero in them, they have a commander, they have the anima side or the anima. So you have different personalities, and all of these different personalities in the center, there is a common goal. There is a theme, there is a purpose that these goals or these personalities want to reach. And what happens is when we graduate from dentist school, people want to become associate like me early on, who want to earn $300,000 to $400,000 and they don't care if they work 5 days. Or there are people who want to become owner and make more money and have multiple practices. Those are the 2 kind of things you would hear. To be honest, right now, when I look at dentistry, these are dreams that are being sold or handed down to people. If you talk to them in all honesty, is that something your inner child wanted? Is that something you always dreamt of? They will tell you no. But right now, that's the lowest hanging fruit. That's the best thing to do, is to work in dentistry and make a lot of money and maybe retire or do something else. I keep hearing this and I at times thought I should go this route. I should do this. But I felt that's where all the pain comes from, because you are actually forcing yourself to do something so much every day and keep thinking about it that your subconscious brain actually starts to hit you back. It actually starts to rebound. I personally felt when I started off working after about 8-9 months, my neck felt a very strong pain. And then I thought, I've been most of my life been very physically active. Maybe it's my posture, maybe it's my sitting, maybe I lift heavy weights. And I looked at all different aspects, whether it was chiropractor, physiotherapist, doing yoga, a lot of different exercises and stuff. But then I realized it's not actually the superficial pain. There is something deep in your brain that stresses you out and causes a neurological mechanism. So there are certain thoughts which your brain doesn't like, and when they start to come in there, it causes negativity and which stresses your body and which starts to hurt you. I've seen a lot of dentists, and it's a very common thing that every night they have to drink wine or beer to fall asleep because their body is so much in pain, or the other people are taking ibuprofens. and they are in a lot of pain. And this is an ongoing trend that I see. And I personally felt what the solution up here is, even before you jump into being an associate or being an owner or becoming a specialist, is actually trying to sit down and have a bigger purpose of your life. Know your goals. You don't want to work 4 days a week continuously like a machine every day just for the sake of money, because after 9 months you will have enough money that all your bills are being paid off, but you're working like an animal for a goal that your own subconscious brain doesn't like. And that's where I feel psychology plays a very important part, is about knowing yourself and going towards things that you would like to do. So maybe sitting down and writing on a piece of paper and knowing your goals would be a very important thing. I've been doing this, is doing deep meditation during your day, where you can close your eyes and take very long deep breaths and then try to think about or imagine what your future look like or what you want to do. And now you would be saying some pseudoscience about meditation and mindfulness, but I actually did some research on it. So when your brain is taking very short and fast breath, what happens is actually makes your brain think that you are in a state of fight or flight and in a sympathetic mode, and your body becomes more stressed and your muscles are pumping more adrenaline and you're in a state of excitement or in a state of panic. Now, on the other hand, you can fool your brain by taking long deep breaths and telling your brain that you're in a state of ease and calmness. And if you continuously do this, your brain can actually start to relax, and that's when you are opposite of panicking. And during that time, you can actually think more clearly about what things that you want to do in life. So this mindfulness or meditation is actually a gateway to your own subconscious mind. People think you do meditation and you look at your future. No, you're not looking at your future. You're actually looking deeper in your own self. I personally, over the past couple of months, tried to read different books and all of that, and none of the books were giving me an idea and an excitement. And then I came across this idea that sometimes that answer is not outside, it's actually inside. And we are so much caught up, we are so much suppressing our own desires and understanding that we don't even know. And I feel one of the biggest way to deal with burnout is actually giving time to your subconscious brain and your inner child and try to look at the bigger picture of what you want. Because sometimes we are in a lot of stress, going through pain. And I personally learned about this technique called detachment, where what you want to do is try to get good sleep, try to relax a little bit if you can, and then at that time start to detach yourself from your problems. Start to get away and then think about your problems, that if this was a friend who was going through this problem, what advice would I give them? That's the time maybe you realize that yes, I'm in a problem, but in this big galaxy with such a big world, my problems aren't that big. It's me who is making them bigger. Having that idea and perspective can actually allow you to change your perspective. I'm somebody who looked at dentistry, who worked 5 days, then worked in 4 days, and I looked at how I can improve my efficiency, how I can improve my speed, how I can recover fast, how I can improve my nervous system. But this was all quick fixes. So you run after one thing and the target keeps moving. Then you fix that, then something else. And then I realized it's not about the moving target. I need to get to a point where I need to deal with the real problem. And rather than chasing things, I need to sit down and attract the right things that my body or my brain desire in life, and work on those things rather than running after everything that social media or people are telling me. And that actually ease out your brain, knowing that your better future actually lies in your own subconscious brain. All you have to do is work upon yourself. And I think that's one of the key things that can allow you to understand maybe I'm not built to work 4 days, maybe 3 days. Maybe I'm only supposed to do certain procedures that I like. Maybe I'm supposed to be an owner. Maybe I'm not supposed to work in a corporate. Maybe I'm supposed to work in a corporate and work more. Maybe I'm supposed to work in cosmetic dentistry. And once you know what you want to do, invest on it. Go after it. Currently, I work for 12 days a month, which is not a lot. And I spend rest of the month living in Alabama, going to dental foundry where I'm pretty much doing a partial residency with the AGD program. So officially I'm not an AGD resident, but I spend half of my month up there where I'm not working in dentistry. I'm paying for my C course, but I get to do sedations, I get to do surgery and learn implants up there. But I do it because I enjoy it. And in the previous years, I made much more money, but it wasn't making me happy. But now I feel much more satisfied being in that environment and coming back and working. What I'm saying, and this is an ongoing struggle and it's an ongoing challenge for me as well. I'm trying to understand this perspective and trying to continue to work on it and share with you. But you yourself, the only person who can fix your problem or heal your problem is either God or after that it's you. So what you want to do is try to give yourself some time. Take out time for yourself. Go into a state of deep meditation and actually look deeper of what you want to do in life. Once you know that and you start writing or journaling it, your future or your things will start to move towards it. And I can promise you, I've done it in the past where I used to work with really crappy, odd jobs in the worst part of Philadelphia where people would get killed. And during my worst hours where I would do night shifts, I would write down my goal. I would dream that one day I would be a dentist and I would be doing surgical procedures, and I would write that on cartons like rough papers and card boxes that were in front of me. And I would do that at night. And at that time, I didn't even knew what's going to come out of it. I just knew that's my dream. And whatever you write, your neuro-linguistic patterns, your neurons actually start to mold according to that. Your subconscious start to mold according to that, and you start to move towards that. I can't emphasize enough on this aspect, but I would encourage you, if you're dealing with that burnout, if you're dealing with that pain, which I know it's not good. I've been there. I can understand it makes you very, very callous and dark. And you make money, but you don't like anything. And that's not a good place to be in life. You want to rather be in a state where you're more grateful about what you have and you want to enjoy that. And you can get there if you continue to work on yourself and try to look for a better future. If you find this video useful, do hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share it with a friend who might need this. And I think there will be a lot of dentists who are dealing with problems that I've dealt with. I'm currently working on it myself too, and sharing whatever positive knowledge I can have or what I've been trying to accumulate. So hopefully, I'll see you in a more meaningful video. Until then, thank you.